It's being fearful but willing to push through. It's being nervous but willing to take a chance. It's being kind but not weak. It speaks boldly without using words. It's trusting when you're unsure. It's believing that you can. It's not loud. It's not arrogant. It's not outwardly visible. It's a quiet strength that dwells within. It's courage. It's bravery. It's grit. It's Ella. EllaHeartStrong was our first daughter born into our family. She would have been 12 years old this past December. She was very unique. Of the 4 children that we have, Ella was very unique, a much different personality than any of the other children that we have. But just an incredible little girl, just very sweet personality, extremely loving. You know, they're just, you know, I tell people all the time that there's not a lot of little girls like Ella, and it's true. So what happened to Ella was very unexpected, very tragic, obviously. We were at a jiu-jitsu class. I teach kids class and I teach adult classes, and I've done this for years. And so my little girls would come with me to jiu-jitsu, as well as my son, Easton. And they did class, so it was just a normal weeknight. And before class, they were running around, playing around, everything was normal. And then when it came time for class, we would do warm-ups. And so while we were warming up, Ella collapsed while she was jogging. And I didn't know, I didn't know she tripped, I didn't know what happened.
Ella suffered from a heart condition that we were not aware of. She had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and it was rare in the way it presented itself in Ella. It was symmetrical on both sides, and we had no idea. And the cardiologist after the fact said that even with screening, they wouldn't probably detected it. And so of course, we had no idea that she had that. And so she went into cardiac arrest, and she immediately passed away.
So, you know, it was very unexpected, not something you have a chance to, you know, prepare for, or, you know, it was a shock to everyone, and she wound up passing away that night. And so it was you know, it was a very surreal thing to experience. You know, you that's the thing you talk about. You know, it happens to other families, but you don't ever think that it's going to happen to you. So yeah, it was the worst. You know, the worst thing that's ever happened in our lives. But, you know, while we're here today, when we're talking about it, actually led to something pretty incredible. So.
The triathlon came about because I worked with a very special guy that worked with me at the time at the gym, and they wanted to do something for the community to rally around us and to bring, you know, to honor Ella's name and to, you know, bring the community together and raise some money to a certain organization. And so we came up with the triathlon. It hadn't been done before. and we had the EllaHeartStrong and logo, and it kind of just went together. John P. came up with this incredible idea to do the triathlon, and we had so many supporters of it, and we had a lot of people wanting to reach out and do something. And this was a way that the community could participate and really rally around us. It was absolutely incredible. And this is our 4th year, and it's been growing, and the outreach and outpouring has been so humbling and such a blessing. It has been absolutely incredible.
So the first couple years of the triathlon, we were looking at what we could do and have different causes. In the first year, we raised money for one cause. The next year, there was a group home that the proceeds went to. So we were looking for different ways to help people, and that's when Leslie had the idea to come up with the foundation, which was perfect.
Well, and I wanted to do something because of the way Ella passed and what she had. It was a cardiac arrest because of her heart disorder that we didn't know about. And so Ella's doing cardiovascular activity, which puts her at higher risk for going into cardiac arrest. And, we as parents don't know. And a lot of parents don't know. And so AEDs, 9 out of 10 people, when an AED is used on them, within the first minute live. And unfortunately, the AED wasn't functioning correctly the night, Ella passed away. And so as difficult as it is even for me to, do something for that to this day, because our turnout wasn't the same. But I thought, well, I don't want any other parents to have to go through that. And if it can be prevented, let's prevent it. And AEDs on site at a facility where kids are, where there's cardiovascular activity, or adults, can save lives. And so I thought, let's get a foundation that puts these machines in place. And so we raised the money on the last one, and we were able to get an AED for one of the gym facilities and the upper elementary school that Ella would have been attending. So we distributed an AED there. We raised the funds, and all the proceeds went to the AEDs. And now that's what all the money will go to, is this foundation to help others, and to also help families who have a tragedy like this and, may not have the outpouring we did. We are so blessed that we did.
We used her initials to form the elephant. And, the elephant has a lot of meaning, because about 2 weeks before Ella passed away, we spent the last days of her life in Blue Ridge, Georgia. And this was somewhere that we love to go to vacation. And there was a store there that had these little glass animals. And they had a little pink glass elephant that Ella really wanted.
She got the elephant and she lost it. And the morning of her funeral, we found that pink elephant.
That's right.
In the back of our truck. And so we buried her with the elephant because she loved it.
So on June 22nd, this will be the 4th year of the EllaHeartStrong Triathlon. And it is an amazing, amazing event. It was such when Ella passed away, it was a shock. So many people were shocked, and so many people were devastated. And it was like the triathlon was a place where everybody came together, celebrated, and it was like everything was focused towards doing something good. And the family and the friends who have been so, unbelievable to us and our family, it every year it gets better. And there's nothing that touches me more than seeing all of Ella's little friends, little cousins, just running around doing this race, swimming, biking. It's a perfect event for kids. So there, every year it seems to be growing. There's excitement. It's getting better and better every year. The adults are bringing it too. Now, there's obviously people who are there and very competitive, but there's also a lot of people doing the first race they've ever done. So this is not one of those things where, you should sit out because you're not ready for it. Many of the people do teams, they relay, so one person can swim, one person can bike, one person can run. And it's a sprint triathlon, so it's abbreviated. So we're really looking forward to this year, anticipating the biggest turnout we've had so far.
And I think too, it's such a community event, and for families and for kids, and there's stuff that for kids to do even if they're not racing. There's a spirit athlete you can do. There's a link for volunteers. And anyone can do this. You don't have to be super athletic to do it. I mean, I've had so many people scared because it's a triathlon. It intimidates people, but anyone can do this, and we make it fun. There's a relay for adults, and even if kids want to just run the mile and participate that way and get a t-shirt, that's doable too. It's just so important this year, and I just ask everyone to participate in some way, because last year we got 2 AEDs out. This year I'd like to quadruple that number and get AEDs where any place, even softball fields, things we don't even think about where kids are doing cardiovascular activity. We want to be able to have these units wherever that may be. And in order for us to be able to do that, we need full participation from our friends, family, and community, which has been great every year. And so we're hoping this year you'll sign up too, and you'll get a friend, and you'll do a relay or try it and come out and support, because every time you do, we can put a new unit in a new facility.